But I get a lot of comfort from the fact that, like Tremper Longman III is one of the greatest living Old Testament scholars. He would be an old earth creationist. N.T. Wright is considered one of the greatest New Testament scholars. He's an old earth creationist. Tim Keller, I mentioned. Michael Horton, a Reformed scholar, would hold the old earth view. And these are like people we should all look up to who are rich theologically, love Jesus and love the Word of God. And so I just believe there's a space for that. Interestingly, Augustine, you were talking fourth century, he actually believed that Genesis was not literal 24-hour periods of time. So we've got like a fourth century, the greatest theologian of the early church saying, like, don't pin yourself down to 24-hour days. There's no reason that you need to read it that way. He literally said the periods of time are beyond the experience and knowledge of us mortal earthbound men, and therefore not to be understood as solar days. Origen, a church father, in the second century, we're talking the 100s, held a more allegorical view of the creation days, suggesting they represent periods or stages rather than literal 24-hour days. And so this isn't some sort of modern, well, the science says, so we need to abandon everything in church history. Actually, church history says there's actually quite a lot of openness to how we interpret an ancient Hebrew document as 21st century Westerners. And so there's a sort of a long-winded way to say, look, for me, myself, this isn't problematic for me one way or the other. It doesn't make me nervous. It doesn't make me uncomfortable. Like the Bible's not accurate if it's an old earth. I have no problems either way. And it's just something I haven't even really given a ton of thought to because it doesn't cast doubt for me much. I think there's actually space for us to see. I pointed out just a couple small ones for us to read our Bibles in a super faithful way and hold these things loosely.